Hello, hello. What day is it? It's Tuesday, Travel Tuesday. Welcome to the broadcast. So good to see you here today. And welcome to the replay viewers. And if you are a replay viewer, put replays rock in the comments. Today, I wanted to share with you a frustration that I had recently. For those of you who don't know, my name is Eva Jordan Johnson. I am a group event travel specialist. I help you to I take the worry and frustration off of the logistics of a group travel event, dealing with family and people's payments and all of that. And I help you to have group travel events that are enjoyable, memorable, and wanting you to come back for more for your next event, especially now that it seems like the world is beginning to open up and travel is starting to come back. And I'm excited and I'm ready to go. How about you? So I wanted to share with you my experience recently. I booked a hotel online. And as a travel consultant, you're like, why, Eva? Why are you booking online? You're a travel agent. It was a last minute booking. And it was just for one day. And I was like, you know what? Let me just go online and book this hotel. So I went to Miami, spent time with friends celebrating special occasion, and I was with her and with those accommodations. And I just had one night that I needed a hotel booking. So I was like, let me just book this online. And I've done that before, just for short stays. I booked online something last minute, and just had a good time in Miami. Great time with friends and celebrating. Hi, Ruth. How are you? Thanks for being here. She says, hi, Miss Eva. Where are you going to next? And define group. Oh, thank you for asking that question. Where I'm going to next, I'm doing something local. I'm beginning to fly again. I have tentative plans for next year. I don't know if they're going to happen yet, but I'm looking forward to traveling internationally again, and getting out there. And I have a passion for missions, and I'm looking forward to doing some mission projects potentially for next year or the following year. But back to my story. So I enjoyed my friends. Go to check into it's in the evening, so I said, my husband joined me. He drove down, and I said, let's go check into the hotel. We had the next day planned. We were going to go to the beach. We were going to spend some time together, have a date and enjoy each other's company, and also go back to an event that was planned. And so it's in the evening, and I go to check out. We go to check in at the hotel, and I'm like, you know what? Let me print out my itinerary. So I printed it out, ready to check in. So I go to the front desk. I give them the confirmation number. It's a Westin. It's a 4-star hotel. I give them my confirmation number, and they say, we do not have your reservation. I was like, excuse me? Here's my reservation. Here's the number. Here's an online company that I booked it with. And I did, even though it's just one night, I said, I'm just going to purchase travel protection. So I purchased travel protection. And they said, I'm sorry, we do not have your reservation. And it was like, 6 o'clock, it's 5 or 6 o'clock in the evening. And we said, okay, let me call. This has got to be some mistake. So we call the online service. And I'm not naming it because it's not just, this problem apparently was not just an issue with this one online booking engine, and it's a popular one that you probably would know the name of if I shared it. But it wasn't just a problem with the one, it was also a problem with others. So as we stepped aside to make phone calls to find out why they don't have our reservations, we have it printed out. We have the reservation number. There was 3 other people who went up and um, gave their confirmation number, and they didn't have it, and were very frustrating. And then we're thinking, like, what if I flew in from out of town and took the cab or the Uber to the hotel, and you don't have my reservation? I was so frustrated. So we called the online a booking site, and of course they put us on hold. We waited a long time. Then finally someone got back to us and they said, "Oh, we're sorry. We're sorry. You that this happened. We'll give you your money back." I was like, I don't want my money back. I need accommodations." So then another a long hold time. They said somebody get back to you. Finally, someone got back to us and said, said, "I don't want my money back. Please accommodate me somewhere else in the area at the same. I booked a 4-star. Accommodate me at a 4-star hotel." And they said, "Oh, we'll get back to you." And it was hours and hours later, with much frustration. We finally, since Miami and we were in Orlando, we said, "You know what? It's late at night now. Let's just drive back home." And the weekend was what we anticipated, having a good weekend, spending some quality time together. It was a bust. And you said, "Eva, why are you sharing this with me?" I am sharing, and like I said, it happened to another couple, and it happened to a gentleman, and they booked with another online booking, a popular online booking site, like the one, not the one that I booked with, but another popular online booking site, and they didn't have any room for them. And the problem with the hotel is, like, even why didn't the hotel accommodate you? They were oversold. They were oversold. Um, Things are opening up and people are traveling, especially locally, doing staycations, and the hotel was booked. And so you're like, "Why are you sharing your woes with me? And you're a travel agent. Why didn't you take care of it?" It was one night. It was last minute. It was a good. Sometimes that thing that's a good price is not really a good price. So, um, what I want to share with you is, if you're booking a hotel online and you're using bookit.com, you're using Priceline, or you're using one of the other online sites, and you've booked a hotel, then I strongly recommend that you call the hotel. After you booked it, you get your confirmation, call the hotel and reconfirm with them that you actually have a booking. Now, the online booking site, they finally found us something that was not to what the accommodations that we had. It was something a lot less. And so we said, forget it, just refund us our money. And they did refund our money. But the weekend was a bust. And like I said, if we had come from out of town, that would have been really challenging. Has anything like that ever happened to you? Please, share in the comments. Uh, so, and the moral of the story for also is, that's the reason why you use a travel agent, because you wouldn't, if you book with a professional travel consultant, you're not going to have long hold times. Someone is there and will check into what your issue is. They will provide you with an alternate, and your experience would have been much different. And like I said, I usually don't do bookings online. I usually book through my business, through contacts that I know are going to do a great job for me. It was one night and I was like, "Oh, let me just do this." So lessons learned. I learned a lesson and I wanted to share that lesson with you. So when you book online, you call the property and confirm your booking. I don't know if this is something that's happened recently because of the pandemic or their systems or what it is. Now, Ruth asks, define a group. Can be a group can be for it depends on the what you're doing. If it's a cruise, a group is usually 8 cabins. It's not based on the number of people, because there could be 4 in one cabin, 2 in another cabin. It's 8 cabins is usually a group. And then for a hotel, let's say you were going to um, St. Thomas, and it's a group. Usually for hotels, it's 10 rooms. 10 rooms. And if it's flying, it's usually 20 people traveling, and that's a group where you with 20 people flying and everybody's leaving from the same destination. There are other options, but if you're leaving from everybody's leaving from the same destination and going to the same place, then with the airline, it's usually 20 seats, and then usually 1 seat would be complimentary. All right, let me come back here, Ruth. You look like a champ. Miami, Orlando, to me, is out of town. You burn gas to get there. Yes, it's out of town, but and it was so nice to get away. She said, in case like us, we have to request work, get a babysitter. I guess it's how you look at it. Yes, it for me it wasn't as hard. But what if I had to get a babysitter, and you have all when you plan a trip, you're looking, especially if it's for leisure, you're looking forward to relaxing and enjoying the time, and it's such a disappointment when things don't work out. But that's life, and sometimes and I'm a Christian. I believe a believer, and the Bible says that all things work together for good for them that love God and who are called according to His purpose. And sometimes things where we're disappointed and we think, oh, boy, this is terrible. God can be protecting us from something that would have happened, or some instance that could have been, and God removed us from it. So it's a positive. I look at it. It's a positive thing. God is in control, but I just wanted you guys to know what to do if you're in that situation. And of course, I highly, highly recommend using a professional travel consultant, a professional, so that they can handle your business. You're provided for, you're taken care of, and it's not likely that you'll have these issues. And if it does happen, you know that you're not going to be on long hold times, and you're not going to be uh, you know have subpar service because you're using a professional. Thank you, Ruth. She said, amen, heavenly perspectives. We have to have that. We have to have those perspectives. And I want to thank you for joining. And I'm not going to stay on long. I want to if I want to invite you to travelwitheva.com. That's my blog where I share travel stories and travel tips. And coming up next month is a young lady who is living in is from the U.S., and she's living in Ghana, and she's going to be sharing one of her travel adventures. So that's coming up. And my website is jordantravelenterprise.com. Uh, and I would love for you to subscribe, share, and comment. And replay viewers, I'll be checking back. If you've had this experience, how did it work out for you? Um, were you frustrated, or were they able to accommodate you? And if you're interested in doing a group travel event or vacation, it could be a family reunion, it could be a girlfriend group, it could be a a seminar that you want to take your team and go away and do training, and also have that leisure time and relax time and take people away, you can go to group.travelwitheva.com and complete the questionnaire, and then go to schedule.travelwitheva.com to schedule your complimentary consultation. I want to thank you for popping in. I hope that this travel tip will help you in the future. The tip of checking your going when you once you've made a reservation, go and confirm it with the company or the hotel that you booked it with, and by all means use a professional travel consultant. And take care. And I always love to end my broadcast by saying, have a blessed day, evening, or night, wherever you are. And do take time to be a blessing to someone else. Bye for now.